Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Robert and Holly leave Port Charles together, while Kai gets off on the wrong foot with Trina. Tuesday, November 12, 2024, Laura and Lucky receive news. Elizabeth supports Jason, Trina makes a good first impression, and Holly makes a request to Anna. Monday's GH recap. Christina is involved in a car accident, Michael catches Willow with Drew again, and Sasha fears she is pregnant. At the coffee shop, two guys discuss about practicing. One wants to rest so that he can be 100% tomorrow. He stands up to stretch, and Trina runs into him, spilling beverages all over him. She apologizes, and he smiles as she cleans him off. She is flustered and hurries out to sit with Joss, while the guy returns to his companion. He chooses not to leave. Trina spills drinks on the new guy. At their meal, Joss informs Trina that it is QB1. Obi-Wan? Joss says, quarterback 1, Kai Taylor. JUCO transfers. The superstar quarterback. Trina had no idea, so Joss fills her in on his great touchdowns. Joss tells Trina about the guy. Trina gets up and walks over to his table, yelling at him for not showing up for their assignment. He's not even sure who she is. He has a tutor who registers him for classes. Trina is outraged at Kai. Trina is further angrier that he gets to pass class without doing any work, just because you throw a football around. His pal confirms that he is going to the NFL. Meanwhile, Trina informs him that he must complete his assignments for their art history class. His pal says Kai doesn't have time for that, so she stomps back to Joss. She describes what just happened, and Joss is aware. His only emphasis is football. Like a job. Trina is unable to calm down and refuses to let Obi-Wan influence her. She'll ask her TA for a replacement. Trina hates Kai Taylor. Meanwhile, back at Kai's, Jens Austin Astrup, table, he phones the TA to inquire about his class schedule. He cannot jeopardize Trina's grade and must take action. Kai on a call with GH. Liz brings Jason to the brown dog to see how he's dealing with his loss. He mentions how the children's lives have been flipped upside down and expresses his desire to keep them together. Jason does not want the children to be separated. Liz agrees that Sam would not want that. Jason says it's also up to Drew and Dante. Liz asks him not to abandon Danny. Jason fears about his kid. At GH, Lucky welcomes his mother, who informs him that it is time to find out more about his sister. They rush to Portia's office, where she informs them that Lulu's surgery was successful. Laura needs Lucky. She is on a lot of medication, which concerns Laura. Portia claims she is tolerating the transplant and shows no signs of rejecting it. She will be transported in 2 weeks. Lucky praises Portia for helping his sister. Laura says she'll be visiting Turning Woods next. Lucky thanks her for everything. Lucky departs, and Laura goes to sit with Lulu. She pledges not to give up on her and recalls how active she was, which makes it difficult to see her sleeping for years. She informs Lulu that Sam died after the surgery. She claims she was quite similar to her, but now she has a piece of her inside her. She demands her child return to her. Laura at Lulu bed. Robert enters in Diane's office. She notices he is seldom around. He's got a lot going on. She tells him she really likes him and treats their relationship as a contract. He pledged not to give her anything less than his best. Diane with Robert. Neither has regretted it, but Diane claims love isn't a contract. Nonetheless, he is in violation because he adores Holly. Not her. She cries, knowing he can't stop and shouldn't have to. When she shows him the door, Robert tells her that he loves her. She knows, but Sam's death made her reflect on life and her refusal to be a consolation prize. He would not be an appropriate mate for her because she is not Holly. She encourages him to come to her. He takes off silently. Diane discusses contracts. GH. Anna attempts to leave her office when Holly tries to get her to stay and listen to her. Anna complains about the press breathing down her neck and having a rough day. She advises Holly ask Robert to rescue her. Holly can't go to him. Holly needs Anna's help. GH recaps. She is about to disappear. Anna admits that could be a good thing, but she may want to stay for Sasha. Holly believes her child is better off without her. Holly and Anna discuss gambling. To regain her freedom, she must tend to the diamond. Anna claims Sidwell will come for her. Anna wants to turn it into cash so she can bet with it. Anna is horrified. She needs to invest. Holly owes money to a criminal syndicate and must pay it. Anna is not satisfied with Holly. The diamonds were used to repay the obligation. Anna gets it. If she does not pay, she will die. Holly predicts that Robert and Sasha will follow suit. Anna wants to call Brennan. Holly has already asked Jack, but he will not campaign for her. She was intending to retire in Italy. Anna is unaware of what is taking place and attempts to persuade her to remain in Port Charles. Holly refuses, despite her love for Robert. She wants Anna to look after him. Of course Anna will. He is a family member. She wants Holly to inform Robert where she's going this time or say goodbye. She owes him. Anna and Holly discuss Sidwell. Holly discovers some paper in Robert's empty office and begins writing him a note. My darling Robert. She thinks back to their last kiss. I hate having to say goodbye again, but I must. I love you always, Holly. She cries a little and folds the letter before kissing it. Tristan Rogers and Emma Sams left General Hospital today via plane in a Casablanca-style conclusion. Robert informed Holly that he had a round-trip ticket, so we'll see them both again at some point. Robert exits with Holly. Alexa Havens Bruning as Lulu recast. Lulu Spencer is finally returning to General Hospital as planned. Look for Alexa Havens Bruning to take over the post on November 18th. So far, we've just seen Lulu's arm and her relatives gathered around her to discuss. The last time Bruning acted was in Netflix's Sweet Magnolias alongside her husband, Justin Bruning. She has taken time off to care for her children. Lulu Flower GH. Chad Duell recast for one day. Chad Duell will not be seen for one day during the week of October 28th, but fans may expect Robert Adamson to appear in one episode before Duell's return. Michael makes a gift. GH. Allie Mills says goodbye. Allie Mills, a Daytime Emmy winner, leaves General Hospital as Heather Weber on October 28th. She will leave with Stephen, Scott Reeves. Heather informs Laura she's free. GH. ABC. Jophiel Love leaves. Jophiel Love departs General Hospital in the Monday, October 21st episode. She has tea with Tracy, Jane Elliott, and BLQ, Amanda Setton, before saying goodbye to Yuri, Cyrus Hobby. Violet, Jophiel Love, is departing General Hospital. Soap spoilers. ABC. Trina has a new love interest. Jens Austin Astrup has joined General Hospital as Trina's, Tabiana Ali, new love interest. Kai makes his debut in November when he meets Trina at PCU. According to Deadline, Astrup studied acting and literature at Vassar, played Max on Gossip Girl, and performed in Cyrano de Bergerac at the Pasadena Playhouse. Scott Reeves returns to General Hospital. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, November 12th, show that Diane Miller made things easier for Robert Scorpio by stating that she did not want to be a consolation prize. Diane was gracious about it because they gave their relationship a fair shot, but there was no denying that she wasn't Holly Sutton. Diane cried when she was alone about losing Robert, despite the fact that she knew it was best. Holly spoke with Anna Devane about her debt with a criminal gang and how she had to leave town to protect Sasha Gilmore Corbin. Holly asked Anna to take after Robert, and Anna said that she would do so even if Holly had not asked. However, Anna urged Holly to say goodbye to Robert, as he deserved it. Later, Anna met with Diane, who gave her an update on how she dumped Robert to beat him to the punch. Anna advised Diane reconsider her plans because Holly was leaving town. Holly went to Robert's office and found it empty, so she left him a goodbye letter before departing to the airport. Holly left a sincere voicemail for Sasha, hoping for forgiveness. Holly finally got Robert on the phone before noticing he was standing just behind her. Robert was fed up with making excuses, so he announced that he would accompany her. After sharing a kiss, Robert and Holly boarded the plane to Lisbon together. Portia Robinson informed Laura Collins and Lucky Spencer at GH about some medical news. Lulu Spencer was doing well with the transplant and meds, so she will be transported to Turning Woods in 2 weeks. When Laura sat by Lulu's bedside, it was evident that she had different intentions for her. After discussing Sam McCall's death, Laura stated that they could not allow Sam's gift go to waste. "Wake up now! You get back to me. Come back to me, my brave, lovely, and strong daughter. Get back to me," Laura insisted sternly. Elizabeth Baldwin brought Jason Morgan to the Brown Dog Bar to check in on him after Sam's death. Liz informed Jason of the difficult situation with the children and advised that he relocate into the Quartermaine estate to avoid dividing Scout Quartermaine and Danny Morgan. Later, Jason chatted with Danny in the Quartermaine kitchen, and Danny stated that Rocco Falconeri overheard Alexis' guardianship conversation. Danny expressed a desire to continue living with Scout and Rocco if it were possible. If not, Danny questioned whether he could live with Jason. When Jason stated that they didn't have to decide on everything right away, he told Danny that he'd be there for him no matter what. Back with Lucky, he met Liz at the bar and outraged her by confessing he couldn't stay in Port Charles. Liz scolded Lucky for not prioritizing Aiden Weber while he was considering returning to Africa. At the Surf Lodge restaurant, Trina Robinson accidentally bumped into Kai Taylor and poured beverages on him. Trina apologized, but Kai remained chilly and appeared interested in her. When Trina returned to her table with Jocelyn Jacks, Joss claimed that he was the starting quarterback and touted his NFL prospects. When Trina learned his name, she realized he was her art history project partner who had ruined her grade by failing to participate. Trina returned to scold Kai, who revealed he wasn't keeping up with his studies or PCU email. Kai was so preoccupied with football that he had a tutor handle such matters for him. Trina plainly didn't care because her GPA was on the line, so she yelled at Kai and stormed out. Kai then called to gather all of the necessary information, knowing that he needed to set things right. According to General Hospital spoilers, Kai may be able to redeem himself with Trina soon, so stay tuned for more predictions about their future together. General Hospital teasers indicate that Dex Heller will soon find himself in a hazardous predicament. Dating a soap cop often involves scares like this, so Jocelyn Jacks should saddle up and prepare for some unpleasant moments. A behind-the-scenes snapshot leaked on Blue Sky provides indications that Dex will face a medical catastrophe in the near future. The photo shows Dex unconscious and hospitalized at GH, implying that he was hurt on the job. Assuming Dex and Jocelyn do not split up between now and when this material airs, she will experience complete terror. Jocelyn will inevitably receive the call she never wanted to hear, providing updates on Dex's terrible state. Of course, this could raise issues for Molly Lansing Davis, who has recently grown closer to Dex. Perhaps learning of Dex's hospitalization would shake Molly up and make her understand her affections go deeper than friendship. It is easy to envisage Jocelyn appearing in the doorway and listening in on Molly's visit to Dex's bedside. It could make Jocelyn question just how close Dex has become to Molly while she isn't around. Anna Devane may feel terrible if she is responsible for putting Dex in danger. Dex is still a rookie, therefore Anna may be concerned that she put him in a perilous situation for which he was not entirely prepared. Whatever the case, there is no news on how seriously Dex will be injured. If Dex's injuries are severe enough, he may fall into a temporary coma, exacerbating the anxieties of those who must wait. On the plus side, if Dex eventually awakens and emerges unscathed from this trauma, the timing may be ideal for a Christmas miracle. Jocelyn may breathe a sigh of relief, leaving Molly to deal with her increasingly conflicted feelings. According to General Hospital spoilers, Dex has a difficult journey ahead of him, so we'll keep you updated on what will bring him to GH in the future. According to General Hospital spoilers, Sam McCall's death has sent shockwaves through Port Charles, and people are still struggling to accept the truth that she is no longer alive. Christina Corinthos Davis has been dealing with the realization that she will never see Sam again, making it difficult for her to move on. Alexis Davis, Molly Lansing Davis, and Dante Falconeri are also having difficulty determining how to proceed. Of course, Scout Quartermain and Danny Morgan have been hit the hardest by all of this. Although Alexis wants Sam's children to live with her, is this really what Sam would have wanted? GH fans may soon find out for certain, as Sam left behind a last will and testament that will be read. The show showed a glimpse of the folder in the November 11th episode, so it's comforting to know Sam had a will and was ready. As a result, a will reading is scheduled, which is sure to surprise several people. Indeed, if Sam expresses her aspirations for her children's future, everything may change. Sam may have wanted Danny and Scout to live with their fathers if she died unexpectedly, which could be upsetting for Alexis. Although Sam was previously concerned about Jason Morgan and the dangers that surrounded him, she relaxed about it shortly before the transplant. Sam may have made some adjustments to accommodate her new attitude because she was aware of the risks involved in this situation. Sam never anticipated to die abruptly in the hospital, but she needed to be prepared just in case. With that in mind, there may be some last-minute will alterations that are revealed. Regardless, Sam may catch several Port Charles residents off surprise when he reads the will. Sam's family and friends should get unexpected farewell gifts. Will readings on soap operas are known to contain some surprises, so we'll bring you more predictions about. After Sam McCall died on General Hospital, the three characters closest to her had the opportunity to say their final goodbyes before the hospital removed her body. Sam's mother, Alexis, and her ex-husband, Jason, had their heartfelt, tear-filled goodbyes first, but it was then time for Sam's fiancé, Dante, to say goodbye. When it came time for Dante to share his final scenes with Sam, Dominic Zamprogna knew he had to give it his all, but he was worried he wouldn't be able to carry off these heartbreaking scenes. Fortunately, Maurice Bernard, who plays Dante's father, Sonny, was present with some words of wisdom. Maurice actually knocked on my door, and he was like, "Hey man, just go up there and do it." Zamprogna told the magazine. He was like, "Whatever is there, you know?" And I was like, "Cool, man." And I really appreciated it because he knows that pressure. Zamprogna recounted a situation from years ago in which Bernard was concerned, demonstrating that even veterans can be nervous before important scenes. I remember a scene he did when I first started on the show where all of us are at the Metro Court restaurant and he freaks out on Claudia. He'd already been at GH for a long time when I got there, and afterward, he was like, "I was so unbelievably worried about this scene because of everyone that's in it." And that surprised me. So, that day, I was like, he knows what it feels like, and I really appreciated him coming to my door. Then it was time to go up, to film it. When it came time to tape the scenes, Zamprogna requested that they be shot without rehearsal. The director obliged, and the scenes we witnessed were as realistic as they could be. We did my monologue first, and I asked that we not rehearse the monologue. I said, "I'll line up so you guys can see where you want cameras and lights and stuff, but can we just do it?" Zamprogna went on, and Rob Markham, the director, said, "Yeah, go for it." So we just shot the rehearsal, and everyone was happy with it, and then we shot the next scene. I only had 2, and they were short, but I felt really good about them, to be honest with you. I got up from my stool sitting beside Kelly, Monaco, Sam, and gave her a big hug and kiss, and I felt like I honored the material, her character, and our relationship, and that was important to me as well. Holly tells Robert in the DA's office that she understands if he cannot forgive her since she is unable to forgive herself. She wondered if Robert would cut her out of his life if he couldn't get over the fact that she kept his daughter from him. Maxie and Spinelli toasted with cider because Mac had taken the kids trick-or-treating for them. Maxie assumed Mac would consider it a favor to him instead, and Spinelli assumed Mac would allow the kids significantly more candy than they would, but Maxie corrected him, saying it would be significantly more than I would. There was a knock at the door, and the two dashed out to give candy to trick-or-treaters, but a sad-looking Jason was there instead. In the hospital chapel, Rocco told Laura that Sam's death was his fault. She tried to convince him that it wasn't, but through tears, he asked his grandma if she knew what was on his mind when Lulu and Sam were in surgery. He admitted, if only one of them could live, I wanted it to be my mom. She assured him that was a natural reaction, but he believed that putting it out there in the cosmos made it come true. Sunny sat with Dante in the hospital and asked what he could do. "I don't know," Dante replied, "tell me how to live without her." Meanwhile, Alexis was with Christina and Molly at Sam's house, and she was stricken with grief. They told her that everything would be fine, but she refused. She gasped for oxygen and cried, saying, "I know I'm supposed to be comforting you right now, but I can't. I am really sorry, I don't know how." Robert began, out of curiosity, but Holly interrupted, "That killed the cat, you know." He went on to question, if he never saw her again, would she stay out of his life? She inquired if it was what he wanted, and he said that there were times when he thought she was dead, and those were some of the worst days of his life. She understood, but Robert said he didn't want her to leave and wondered whether they could re-establish their trust after everything she'd withheld from him over the years. Drew entered the room where Scout was and inquired as to what she was drawing. She said that she was drawing a picture of herself, Danny, and Sam at the park, and he remarked it was stunning. He asked if she wanted to talk about her mother, if she had any questions or concerns, and vowed to always be honest with her. She inquired as to whether Sam was truly gone, to which he said yes and expressed regret that he had to say so. She does not want her mother to be gone. Carly inquired at the Quartermaines as to Danny's level of productivity. He explained that Sam always segregated his Halloween sweets for quality control to verify that it was all safe to eat. He assumed she did it because she simply wanted some candy. Carly informed him that the dentist across from her always gave out toothbrushes, and Danny thought, that's just wrong. He divided the candy Scout didn't enjoy. Carly commended him on being a good brother, and he stated that Sam always said it was his responsibility to watch out for Scout, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Jason went into Maxie and Spinelli's house and asked whether the kids were there. Maxie recounted that they were out trick-or-treating, and when she inquired if everything was well, he replied, no. Spinelli wanted to take the conversation into his office, but Jason demanded that they both hear what he said. He informed them that Sam had suffered a heart attack, and when Maxie asked to visit her at the hospital, Jason told her she couldn't since Sam had died. Maxie was shocked, and Jason simply stated, Sam died. Dante asked Sunny if he realized Sam was the reason he was alive. They mentioned Dante's PTSD from his WSB mission and how she helped him put parts of his life back together. Sunny acknowledged that he couldn't get through to Dante at the moment, but Sam did. Dante claimed she was his true buddy, and Sunny added that it worked both ways. Dante said it took some time, but they eventually became each other's second chance. Sunny was relieved she got him through to the other side. Dante pondered who would do it this time, and Sunny said, you. Molly asked Alexis to tell them what occurred, but she didn't know. She was with Sam, who was okay but didn't wake up. The girls were grateful Alexis was with Sam in her final moments, so she wasn't alone. Alexis stated, this isn't supposed to happen. I am not supposed to lose my children. The three hugged and grieved together. Holly assured Robert that she loved him and apologized for being cowardly about difficult discussions. She confesses to being afraid at the prospect of rejection. She admitted to lying to him or herself, but said it was not out of malice. Robert believed her. She reasoned that if he hadn't known about Sasha and the secrets she concealed from him, they might have been able to reconcile, but Robert responded that she would eventually have to tell him about Sasha. He stated that even if that happened, they would remain where they are. Holly also acknowledged that she expected to have to tell him and Sasha everything because they are both important to her. Laura informed Rocco that this is not how the universe works. It was tragic, but had nothing to do with him. He was grateful Mom always treated him like one of the kids, not like he wasn't her son. He explained that he and Sam had a secret handshake that no one else knew about, and Laura thought it was unique. They both agreed, and Rocco questioned how he could have had such bad ideas. Laura wondered whether Sam was present and what she would say to him. He replied that Sam would have claimed he had no influence over what transpired. Laura agreed and stated that Sam would not blame him, and he should not blame himself. Sunny told Dante that he was in a different place now than when he initially met Sam. Dante claimed it was because she helped him through it. Sunny stated that Dante's family was there for him. It's a long list of people who would do anything in their power to support you, Sunny told me. Dante stated that it felt improper, and Sunny agreed. Sunny mentioned that Dante and Sam were very well together. Dante knew he had to keep going for the kids, but he was scared that after he left the hospital, he'd have to start over without Sam. But he doesn't know how to do it and does not want to be without her. Alexis reassured Molly and Christina that Sam loved them. Molly bemoaned that the last time they were all together, Sam fled because, despite Sam's good act of donating her liver to Lulu, Molly and Christina made it all about them. Alexis explained that they couldn't have predicted what would happen and that they should have no regrets, just do whatever they could to hold on to one another because the three of them are all they have. She stated that they will all love each other forever and never let go. Maxie believed it should not have occurred because Lulu's life was at stake, and Spinelli noted that the treatment was intended to be regular. Jason confirmed that she suffered a heart attack, and the doctors had no idea why. Maxie shed tears as she remembered texting Sam that morning and telling Georgie to preserve peanut butter cups to deliver to Sam after Halloween. Spinelli inquired as to whether the doctors were truly unaware of what had occurred, to which Jason responded that they were investigating. Jason explained that they let him see her after she died to say goodbye. Holly felt unhappy with herself for not telling Robert that Sasha was his daughter when she discovered he was still alive. He remarked, "Fear's a powerful motivator." Holly stated the longer she kept the secret, the more difficult it was to divulge. Robert explained that he understood her impulse, and she asked if he could live with it. He responded, "Could you?" Holly stated that the thing she dreaded the most over the years was seeing contempt in his eyes for keeping Sasha hidden. A flashback occurred in which Robert chastised Holly for faking her death, and she fled because of the contempt in his eyes. In the present, he reminded her that he forgives her for it. She expressed surprise, and he responded that if he forgave her once, she should have expected him to do so again. Carly asked Danny about trick-or-treating, and he acknowledged that, while Scout had a good time, he was concerned about Sam, who was in surgery at the time. He mourned that Sam hadn't seen Scout in her costume. But when they arrived at the hospital, he suspected something was wrong since Alexis was afraid. He noticed Jason had seen it and urged Danny to take Scout to Bobby's. Carly said it must have been difficult waiting, and Danny replied it felt like hours while he prayed his father would arrive and say everything was well. She questioned whether he was afraid because they didn't know what was going on with Sam, and Danny responded he kept things together for Scout. Scout eventually persuaded him to go trick-or-treating with her, and he was grateful for the distraction. He hypothesized that Scout couldn't even imagine anything horrible happening to her mother. "I knew something was wrong," said Danny. "But I never thought my mom could die." Scout asked Drew what would happen next, who would cook her lunch and drive her to school. Drew responded that they'd have to figure things out. He said that she needed to know she wasn't alone and that she was loved by her entire family. He mentioned the Quartermains, Danny, Rocco, Grandma Alexis, Aunt Molly, and Aunt Christina. Drew agreed and informed her that she was surrounded by individuals who would go to any length to help her get through this. Scout indicated that she only wanted her mother, and Drew expressed his wish to bring Sam back for her. He stated that it would be difficult for anyone who loved Sam. When she inquired if he loved Sam, Drew said, "How could I not love her? She gave me the best gift in the world," Scout realized, and he promised to always be there for her. Scout sadly replied, "That's what Mommy always said." Spinelli couldn't accept Sam's death as true. He claimed she had narrowly evaded harm numerous times, causing him unnecessary stress. Until now, Maxie interjected. "I can no longer rely on her cool head to keep me focused," Spinelli remarked. Benefit from her wise counsel. Take on an inquiry or a caper. She couldn't take it when I called it that. Maxie said they made terrific collaborators, and Spinelli said she was an even better friend. Jason informed Spinelli that Sam loved him. Spinelli acknowledged Sam with being the first to give him a chance, and she even saw him. Jason stated that Sam helped him recognize Spinelli's potential and that they became friends because of her. "And mine," Maxie remarked, to which Jason responded that he still owed Sam two things. Holly claimed she believed in Robert but not in herself. She stated that crafting a con is an illusion that Robert said she was good at. She stated that realism was where she lacked. She wasn't made out for the daily grind. Domesticity is not my strong suit, she admitted, explaining why she left Sasha with her mother while financially supporting them. Robert cynically stated that the money she provided them was legitimate, to which Holly said that everyone she duped out of money either had a lot of it or had done something terrible to someone else and deserved to lose it. Most ethical con woman in the business, he jokingly stated. Holly confessed that when she found out Robert was alive, she didn't want to dump her mess of a life on his lap. She knew he'd help but was concerned about the expense. Danny was relieved Scout was able to go trick-or-treating and have fun before learning the horrible news. Carly congratulated him for putting on a brave front and making Scout happy. He questioned if Scout would ever have another joyful memory, to which Carly replied that she was confident he would. Danny mentioned that he used to enjoy Halloween, and Carly recalled that he was Captain America for 3 years in a row. He stated that even though he was outgrowing the outfit, he continued to wear it, despite Sam's constant purchases of costumes for him. Carly informed him that Sam knew Danny adored what he loved. He mentioned that Sam loved peanut butter cups and that he would always attempt to acquire extras for her. Carly hugged him. Because she knew Danny would not believe her, Carly chose not to tell him that everything would be fine, but that he had many people who loved him. Drew assured Scout that even though she couldn't see Sam, her mother would always be with her because love never dies. He told her to keep going, knowing Sam would never abandon her. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.